Tokyo, Japan. My name is Gary Verheller, and I'll be your host for what we call the Substance of Living podcast. Today, we'll look at what we call life's lessons. And I hope this will provide you with some insight, maybe even some inspiration to life's challenges. Hello, and welcome to episode 55, How to Be Bold. That means talking straight without offending people. Many people think that being bold is beyond them. Usually that comes from a sense of self-doubt. I don't have the right to be bold. A lot of people think boldness is immodest or someone who doesn't understand being humble. What is being bold? It means taking actions in spite of someone's fears. That's the first step in being bold. It means taking action in spite of what others think or say about you. And on many of the other episodes I've mentioned that we have no control. I have no control over other people. I have no control over what other people think or say or do or feel. I have no control over that. Will I influence them? I hope in a positive way. The end result is beyond my control. I mean well. I never mean to hurt anyone else. And how another person reacts, what another person thinks, what a person feels, what they say, what they do, that's beyond my control. So that means freedom. I am free from being concerned about what other people think, say, or do. Most importantly, being bold means being honest and basing your actions on principles, and I've talked about this before, such as truth, integrity, sincerity, honor, sense of duty. You need to decide what needs to be done. And you can acquire the answer to that by checking reality, by checking with your friends, by saying, what do you think about this? I'm thinking about taking this action. What do you think? Check reality, get other people's perspectives on it. And then decide what needs to be done and take that action in spite of your fears. Now, please understand, I'm saying that you have no control over your own emotions too. Emotions come, emotions go. It's almost like standing in running water, like a creek or a shallow river, and the water is coming, the water goes. That's like feelings. Every day you're going to feel anger and boredom or happiness or sadness or interest. Those feelings come, those feelings go. What we do is what counts. So, you need to decide what needs to be done and accept those feelings. The feelings will give you instant information. That's good. That's more data. And then decide what needs to be done. And you start with small steps. My wife calls them BCD. Brief, concise, direct. And you take those steps, those bold steps, small, bold steps. Be tenacious. Be persistent in adhering to your principles. And if you adhere to your principles, if you do what you believe is the right thing to do, with no ill intent to others, with only good intent, then being bold might not be easier, but it will be more rewarding for yourself because you've answered your conscience and you said, yes, this is the right thing to do. So, be bold. Be who you are. Follow yourself and your principles. And if you do that, it'll be a lot easier to tell the truth. Thanks. Thank you for joining us today for the Substance of Living podcast. If you'd be kind enough to consider subscribing, you can contact us through Spotify or Apple Podcasts or connect on Twitter. Join us again next time for what I hope will help you navigate life.